Good morning, creator. How are you today? I'm in my new studio and it's taken me forever to figure out how I want to set this up. And I'm so used to sitting at my desk and having everything at my reach. So this is kind of weird. Anyway, it's 2 steps over there. So if I need something, I'll just go over there and get it. But welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna try to work here in my new space and see if it is convenient for me. And then I went vertical instead of horizontal, which I prefer horizontal, but we're gonna try it. We'll see what happens. Say hello if you're watching, and let's get started. My name is Robin Schmidt with Odessa Rose Creates. I'm an independent Couture designer, which means I get to craft and create with Couture's reusable silkscreen transfers. And I can see all this lighting is just gonna bug me, I think. But oh well, let's give it a try. See what happens. Let's see. I'm gonna try to find myself on here. Man, I stayed up way too late last night. I started watching The Crown on Netflix, and I stayed up till like 2 o'clock watching those, and all I can think about is Queen Elizabeth now. It's driving me crazy, but I'm sure I'll be watching it again tonight. Does anybody else watch the Crown with Queen Elizabeth? Not herself, but you know, the story. Good morning. Let's say hello to a few people. Vicky, Sean Marie, Kari, never sure if that's right. Anne and Joanne. Vicky, hello. So today we're going to work with February's Club Couture, and hopefully you are a member of the club. If you are not a member of the club, you should join. There's super good benefits for joining Club Couture. First of all, you're going to get a transfer every month that's exclusive to club members only or Couture designers, and you're going to get 3 paste packets with that, so you can create. Also, you get flat rate shipping on all your Couture orders. I believe it's $4.95 or $4.99, no matter how big your order is. So that's cool. You could buy all of our fantastic transfers, paste, surfaces. It doesn't matter how much it weighs. You're going to have flat rate shipping. And then you're going to have discounts and bargains and deals throughout the year. And we got an exciting one. Oh, I just read it. It's coming up for this month. You'll get notification on it if you are a club member. I forgot, is it something to do with retired transfers? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You'll get an email on it. I'll figure it out later. So we are going to work on some hearts with this transfer. Some of our heart cutouts. I was standing here debating what to do. Sometimes, I just wing it as we go. But I found this paper, and it's got these cool feathers on this side and these little mini tiles on that side. So I'm going to somehow incorporate that with the arrows and all this. I think it'll all look kind of good together. And so let's get started. We're going to have to paint these hearts a little bit. Let me just set some of this stuff out of the way. Like I said, I'm not used to working in this new space, so I'm going to throw down some cardboard. I don't want to get paint on my new surface. And I pulled out some grayish blue colors. You probably cannot tell, but there's some really faint blues, grayish blues in this side of the paper. So I'm going to bring out that color a little bit as we paint these guys. And I'm just going to start out with my wet brush. This is a Folk Art Cloudy Day. This is Anita's Blue Fog. So they both have to do with the same type of weather situation. No wonder they're very similar. I'm just going to throw one on and see what we get. That seems a little more lavender than what I would want, but let's just throw it on. We'll water it down. And I'm probably going to put some paper on the edge here. I kind of like that when I did that the last time I made hearts. So I probably will continue. And I'll paint the back side here in a little bit. Let's try the front side first. Throw in some of these other colors, see what it looks like. I think it's a little more gray. If I can get it to come out. Yeah, so it's almost the exact color, maybe a little darker. Yeah, was up late. I just couldn't stop watching The Crown. I don't know how long that series has been on, but I remember seeing an ad for it on Facebook, and I thought, oh, I would like that, but I kind of forgot about it. And then my daughters reminded me again, Mom, you would like that. So I started watching it. I might even do a little paper towel press on this. Let me find one I think will work. I'll just pull one out. Just gonna lightly pat it. That one has a bunch of hairy, fuzzy things from something. That's kind of cool. I'm going to dry that. I'm in my crafting, painting clothes today. Good morning, good morning. Oh, good morning, Darla. Martha Leon. Got my Idaho shirt. This past summer we went to Idaho. And then up to Yellowstone National Park. But we went to Barefoot, Idaho, and we noticed they had a potato museum there. So we went to the potato museum. I got a kick out of it. You know what's kind of cool is, but I think I'm going to cover it up. If you can see it, I think it's still wet. The sides are running with paint. I'm going to dry it so you can see it. It's kind of cool. Not so much on the top, but on the sides. See the runs? It's kind of neat. I was planning on covering that with paper, but look how cool that is. But I don't have hardly any on that side. Got them on the side. Decisions. I'm going to flip this over and paint the back the same way. Maybe just lightly paint it. Actually, the paper towel print might be the back side, and this might be the front side, since I'm going to put some paper and create some transfers on it. So I might just have the back side be the paper towel print, and this just be this color for the background of my transfers. Decide these things on the fly, you know? Let's see, do I got any comments? Takes a little while to dry the watery paint, so make sure it is dry. so nobody else watches The Crown. Yes, Devon, your door tag is on the way. Let me see anything else. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, no Crown watchers out there? Hello from Eastern Iowa. Hello, hello. Okay, so we got our paper towel press on one side and just paint on the other. So I think this, I don't know, I can't decide whether to use that or depending on what I'm going to do. I really don't know what I'm doing yet, so let's just decide here. I'm going to wipe this off so I don't get any more paint on it. Usually when I come on here, I have a pretty set idea of what I'm going to do, but I was taking too long, so I just said, well, you're just going to have to design on the fly. So here I go. Let's just wing it. Okay, so I really need to cut this apart. I'm going to try to, well, I'm going to mostly do this transfer. I might bring a little bit of this retired geometric, I think it's called geo-established wreath, because I like all these lines. And I was thinking about doing them in like gold. And then anyway, I have a shipment of, I participate in a co-op retail store where I sell my designs, but I also, let me grab some scissors, sell some wholesale retail items, and I have a big shipment coming in today. So I have to unpack it, price tag it, and then pack it back up to take out to the shop. So today and tomorrow, get that done. And then, yeah, so kind of a busy week, first few days of the week. All right, also, let's get some paper out. I know I'm going to put this, strips of this as trim around the wreath, the heart. So we'll do that, but I'll do that last. But I think I want some of this feather on here. I'm not sure what I want to put some sentiment on here. Probably this one. Live the life you have imagined. I think I was going to do like houses and hearts together, and I had in my mind this was going to be on the house. So I might end up doing a house, just houses to set amongst the hearts, all in the same theme. Let's see. Because right now I'm not really feeling this. I think I need to add in some brown to these. So I'm going to grab, or some tan, kind of the colors of that background of that paper. And let's press in some of this color also. Let's see. Go right over that first pattern. And I don't know if you're a designer and if you catched my live on Couture about doing my paper towel press and using paint versus chalk paste. And this is one reason right now. If I had done this in chalk paste and then put another watery color on top, that whole pattern would have been washed out because it's water soluble. I mean, so is paint, but it's permanent. That gives it a lot more character. You see it? Kind of liking that. Might leave one blue and one with a brown, like that. The light's almost too crazy right here, isn't it? We'll use those two colors. Yeah. I'm liking that. Okay, let's dry it. And I'm going to apply a little bit of wax on it. Let me think about this. I might sand the edges first and then wax. Find some decent sandpaper. Sometimes you do this at the end, but I'm going to do it now because I'm going to use stained wax, so I want it to go on the sanded areas. Okay. It's always good to apply a little wax before you put on a new transfer. Anyway, so, and this stain wax will kind of darken that sanded area a little bit more than plain wax. So now that I have this, I'm kind of thinking that might be my front. And we'll put some wax on the back. Just because it's going to darken it a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. And here, I got to apply some of that feather paper somewhere, so let's think about that. And I like how they sit, you know, like this. It's a big pattern for a little heart. I wonder if I can just cut out one feather. No. I might just trace I'm trying to find a good spot that has some good feathers on it. It's going to be going this way. I want a full feather, at least in the middle or somewhere in the middle. Maybe right there. I'll grab a pencil. Moved on me. And this doesn't have to be perfect because you can sand off the edges of the paper once you get it Mod Podged on your heart. There we go. So I'm going to Mod Podge that on, and then when it's dried pretty well, we'll sand the edges. I've had people ask about the paper wrinkling when they, Mod Podge it to a surface. And usually that's because it's a pretty thin paper. Like the paper you get at the craft stores are pretty thin. Now I like to buy the papers off of Scrapbook.com, and they're a nice thicker quality paper, and they don't really wrinkle like that. They're thick enough that moisture in the glue doesn't affect it. So that's my only reasoning, maybe. Or you're just using way too much glue. So if you have thinner paper, maybe put a thinner coat of Mod Podge, and maybe even wait a little bit. Let it dry a little bit maybe before you apply the paper, and maybe it won't wrinkle. So you can see it over the edges, but we'll sand that down. We'll let this set for just a little bit before we do that. Set that there. Okay, so now we kind of getting our theme going here a little bit. I definitely want to put the arrows on, and then live the life you've imagined on here. I think I want to do arrows all over the heart. Or, you could section it off and just do a section, like the top part, top half. But I think that might look a little heavy with all the arrows on the top. Or you could do it, because you can't get that. This definitely has to be down here, because it's going to sit like this. So that has to be, down here. But I'm going to do a light coat of arrows all across the heart, and probably grayish, so it's a light background. And you want to make sure your arrows are, I'm on this particular piece, I want to make sure my arrows are level with the heart. So let's go that route. We'll do one section and then we'll pick it up and do another section. And I got some grayish, just kind of a taupey light gray color. Just faint enough to be in the background. And then I might pick, excuse my hand itches, might pick one arrow to be, say, black or something up in here. I was just remembering I was going to do some of these on there. If I do I want to put it on the bottom or on the top? I think on the bottom. I'm visualizing. Give me a minute. I think I want to do those in gold, and I could do them on the top. I think be okay if I remember. Sometimes I have these ideas and then I forget, even if it's 2 minutes later. Let's see how well this shows up on this color background. there, but it's not there. It's like super faint. It's kind of cool. I'm going to dry and put another row up on top, I think. In there. I think this arrow right here is the one I want to do in black. One arrow in black, and the rest we'll go back to the grayish. All around it. Getting some black in my gray. I need a couple more rows of arrows. So I'm just gonna pop this down here. There. Now, I think we're done with the arrows. And you can just lightly, it's hard to see them, which I don't mind because we're going to put other stuff on top. So, sometimes I like those hidden treasures. You got to look at the art and see what you find. Let's grab some gold, and I think I'll just do gold shimmer, which I probably need to order more gold shimmer. I feel like this is getting pretty light. Oh no, we got lots in there. All right, I'm gonna take out some of my this geo wreath thing because I like working with just a section of it, and just give it a little bit of pattern. Then we're going to put on this on that, and then we'll probably want to sand this down a little bit because you're going to have lots of ups and downs of the layers of the paste, and with this really fine font, it may be hard for it to print off really well if your surface isn't completely, or not completely, but somewhat smooth. So we may want to just buff it down a little bit to make it a little bit smoother. So we have a nice print on our sentiment. All right, and I'm just gonna kind of do this in the corner here. And then maybe in another area. We'll see what this looks like. And we're using shimmer gold. I think that's all I've ever used on this transfer is shimmer gold. Kind of gives a little bit more of that modern edge. See that? That's looking kind of cool. I'm gonna get up close. I don't know if you can see the arrows and everything. Kind of fun. Kind of fun. I like it. I'm going to dry it. Takes a little bit longer for our shimmer to dry, so I'm just going to spend a little bit more time drying it. Good morning, Susan. Morning, guys. When your wax starts to get shiny, then you know you've got a lot of heat on it. I'm just trying to decide whether to put a little bit of this lines up here, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to leave them down on the bottom. Got the arrow up there. I think that's enough to make it good. All right. Now, you know I talked about sanding that a little bit, but you do want to make sure it's dry. And we're going to put that probably right in here. So let's just sand a little bit. Just to make it a little bit more of a smooth playing field for that transfer to get printed on. I'm just seeing how sticky this is. It's not overly sticky. So I'll put that on here, trying to keep it parallel with the arrows. And we'll do that in black. Looks cute. So set it like that. And like I said, I'm going to put strips of this around, even though I do like the runs of the paint, so maybe I won't. I don't know, I can't decide. I think it would tie in these pieces better if I did. But now, what are we going to do with this one? That's the question. Let's sand this down. Get rid of the rough edges. That paper over, going over the edge. You can sand that off. kind of makes it look like the paper's, you know, not glued on. It makes it look like it's painted onto the heart. Hard to get down in this part, but I'm gonna try. Oop. Helps if you stand on the right side of the paper. I'm trying to think of something I can chalk on top of these feathers. I think I might use just dream from here. Just the word dream. Possibly. I'm trying to just use, well, I did use the Geo wreath transfer, but I'm trying to concentrate on the Club Couture transfer. Okay, so we got that pretty good. So if you sand it in, it looks like it's almost looks like it's painted onto the instead of papered. If you get it smooth on there. Okay. Before I forget, I'm going to put a little wax on it in case I decide to transfer on there and I forgot to put the wax on. You don't want that sticky sticker to pull on your paper and tear it, which I've had that happen before. It's no fun. Okay. So we're getting there. I think I want to put the word dream on it, and maybe some of those geometric lines up in this area. And I'll do those in gold again. Just to tie the two together so it look like they match. Section of it right there. I always try to go in all directions when I'm working with the shimmers because it's got that glitter in it, and sometimes it's hard for it to get down into that silk screen, so just kind of work it up and down and across in both directions. Actually, I might put some on the bottom of this one. Just a hint of it. Oh, I gotta wait till that dries. I can do it this way. those lines on there. Also kind of reminds me of a dream catcher a little bit with the lines, especially when you have feathers and stuff. Kind of reminds me of a dream catcher. And we're going to put the word dream on it, so there's another reason. So, just to make sure I kind of get my dream on straight, I'm just going to kind of line it up. Dream. And I also want to do it on mostly not the black part of the feathers, because you want your word to pop off. So trying to avoid the black tips of the feathers so the black lettering comes off. Okay, so now I just got to put the strips on the edges. And to do that, I'm going to get rid of my cardboard. So I have a maybe I won't, because I gotta mess with glue. But you need a paper cutter and a ruler. So I can't remember how wide this. I think it's about 5/8, 3/4. 3/4 of an inch. So first thing I do is trim off the thing here of the paper, the price tag area. This strip here, get rid of that. Oh, that does have the nice, but it's too narrow. Okay, I'm going to try to utilize this piece here. So I want 3/4 of an inch. I'm trying to decide whether to do both of them in the black. I would definitely like the black on that one. I might put the feathers on this side and the black on that side. So now we need to cut some more of it. 3/4 of an inch. I think I'll take 4 strips. Pretty much. Let's just start gluing and see where we're at. Mod Podge back. And I'm going to apply it to the strip. Start down here in the top of the heart. Press it. Cute. Just need a little bit more, so I'm just going to start it where it stopped and then see where I need to cut it off. Just kind of bend it down there. Add some Mod Podge. Isn't that cute? That's a great thing about the double-sided paper. They coordinate so well. And there's just a hint of this blue in this paper, so that's why I painted the blue-gray on the backgrounds. There's that one. We're definitely going to need another strip. Like that. Cut. I'm sure I didn't. All right, and then this one we're going to do the feather side up. Now we're going to do the other side. forgot I had to trim that off. Get it all pressed down nice and tight. Now even when this glue, after this glue dries a bit, I probably will sand it again, just to kind of, especially the back side, I didn't sand it all. Sand it down, make it look like it just transitions into that paper really well, instead of seeing like the edge of the paper. It's hard to tell unless you're looking at it, but if you sand it, then it just looks like it transitions into the paper, like almost like it's painted on, like I said earlier. So we'll let that dry before we do that, and then I'll apply the wax over them again. But isn't that cute? You see them? I don't know which way I'd put them. Probably like this. Dream. Live the life you imagined. They're kind of cute. Kind of like the home decor color. And then kind of that modern vibe. But yet, you know, you got your mix of the modern and the old together. So, pretty fun. And you have to look really close to see all those arrows under there. See them? All the layering. Just think, you got two colors of the paint with the press of the towel. You got the geometric line, the feathers. So lots of different layers. Same here. You got the paper, then the lines. Oops. And like the details there, but you know, it doesn't like stand out and smack you in the face. Subtle. Subtle. All right, guys, that's my project for today. Thanks for chalking with me, and hopefully I'll be on tomorrow. Depends on how much work I get done today with my shipment that's coming in, and then probably Wednesday I'll be taking that out to there, so it may not be on, but I'll try to get on several times this week, so hopefully you can catch me. Say hello if you see me, and I will chalk with you later. Bye.